Welcome to our Spotlight interview series, bringing to you the best filmmakers from around the world. I'm your host, Chetna. Today we have with us the award-winning Croatian filmmaker Borna Armanini, who has over 2 decades of experience in theatre, film, and television. He's worked in several different areas in these projects, including direction, screenwriting, production, artistic direction, budget administration, customer relations, community outreach, management, and training and development. These are just a few of the many feathers in his cap. He's also been the CEO of Binocular Productions since 2012. Hello, Mr. Armanini. Welcome to 72 Dragons Media. We're delighted to have you with us today.
Thank you very much, Chetana. Namaste to you and your work and people. Thanks to the people who organized this. And I'm grateful that I can be a part of your 72 Dragons interview process.
So before we begin, let me tell our viewers watching from home, let me tell them a little bit more about you today. So Mr. Armanini grew up in Zagreb, Croatia, where he studied the dramatic arts. He's also studied directing at Slovenia. He's written and directed more than 30 professional theatre productions and has worked on several well-known movies. He's carved a unique niche for himself, specializing in comedy and science fiction. He was the project leader for the European Social Fund for 2 years, through which he organized many workshops, performances, and interviews. He's also worked as the director of synchronization at the Croatian National Television for 8 years, where he led the audio studio for the dubbing of many cartoon shows. Here's yet another interesting fact. Mr. Armanini is a practitioner of Tai Chi. That's very interesting. So let's hear more from our accomplished guest today. So sir, you made your directorial debut in 2016 with the short film The Spring of Time. This movie has been screened at many film festivals and has won 23 international awards. Quite an impressive debut, if I may say. Can you tell us more about your thought process while writing and directing The Spring of Time?
Yes, actually the name of this first short is The Spring of Life. Let's try to imagine that life has different seasons, and maybe this spring of life, it's about adolescence, about this time of growing up. So this is the like a poetic title to a theme, actually that thematizes two very young friends in Zagreb growing together, and the challenges that this early years of teenage time bring to everybody, especially to male kids and that have grown in European culture. I try to thematize these things in my movie and try to show what kind of challenges have my generation has faced. And it's of course a film of it's a comedy. It's a self-reflective, auto-ironical film that tries to give a retrospective of my own life through let's say comic view. It's not typical short film. It's 23 minutes and my second film is 29 minutes, so these are not typical short films, and that was the reason, because I'm also these short films are also some kind of exercise for anybody who works in film industry. So you have to have some works in the beginning. So that was my task that I've done in the 2016. It's now have passed quite a long of time since then, and I'm trying to do feature movies, and in the midst of this, I'm trying to do documentaries. I'm trying to be as active as I can in the process of filmmaking.
Yes, sir. I think that's a really interesting topic. So could you also tell us more about challenging moments? That's another film that I believe you worked on. That is one Indian best short film. Yeah.
It's a theme of a struggling actor in Zagreb in his times in his romantic days, and the story is quite intertwined. I try to make a complex story, that that is not that looks like life, because life is very complex, textile made of many different, as much as you can, try to do filmmaking in this complex layered sense, then it looks like life. Try to make this kind of movie that shows, how life can be, very, how people under pressure, are responding to situation, And the other theme that is in this movie of mine is actually a bureaucracy, growing bureaucracy in Europe, because European Union has become a big bureaucratic machine, that if you want money, if you want projects, you have to be very, very well connected to the sources of funding, to the people who apply for you and who help you to, communicate the things that you do. So bureaucracy is now, the basics of working in Croatia is now at this point in time until 2028 in a circle of high investment from European Union, because every one of the states in European Union have in some period of time passed through this increased funding period where where European Union is trying to stabilize the country, and it's trying to revitalize the country, and it's trying to put the solid basis of a healthy country. And Croatia is quite different from the other countries. We have a very high degree of corruption, criminal, and you have seen Italian movies and you know how Italian mafia is dangerous, but you haven't seen Croatian mafia, and it is just on the other side of the Adriatic Sea. So Croatian mafia is way more silent and I would say equal dangerous as Italian mafia.
Let's talk a bit more about your connection with the world of theatre. So as I said earlier, you've worked on many contemporary theatre productions. Interestingly, I read that one of your productions has been performed over 140 times. That's really interesting. So what is the impact that you feel theatre has had on you? That may be a very general question. So maybe you could tell us about the role that your theatre background has played in your approach to filmmaking.
It is filmmaking and theatre. These are two sides of the coin, of one coin. You go back to theatre and then you go back to movies, and the actors also do that. So this experience, is I've always done theatre shows that mostly look like movies. So it's I did Irish, English, German, and French contemporary dramatists. So I advocate for new contemporary European drama, and that's what I do. I did only the best authors. So I had this this experience of these people and their thinking. It's 26 theater directions, not that small number. And after all these years, it seems to me that I had to start doing films, and this path of growth and transcendence of your own job is also part of healthy evolving pattern that is necessary for everybody. What I wanted to say about this show, you asked me about this show, you wanted to know. Yes, it has been actually an activism show that was very close to activism in Croatia, because I told you that Croatia has a high level of corruption. So we tried to make a show that was trying to portray this contemporary reality of Croatia, but in a comedy way. So we made a very, very interesting characters. It was made by a top Croatian star, Vilim Matula, who is he's like maybe one of the 5 most prominent actors in Croatia, Croatian ones. We had a good success, 140 shows in a relatively small Croatian market. That's a kind of success. that audience that comes on these shows were somehow, had these healing effects, and we did it very well. So it was an hour of laughing, real laughing show, because we've done that show for 2 years. So it was quite a long process to come to this success. That was not it was not easy to get it, but this process of refining the work, it's like in a certain alchemy. You have to get to the gold somehow.
Can I ask you about another aspect of your career, that is your long association with Binocular Productions? So a quick note to the viewers: Binocular Productions is a video production service that has won more than 20 international awards. Some of their most memorable projects are a documentary called Peak Harvest, a sci-fi movie called Code of the Planet, crime action movie The Secret Life of Teenagers. I read that you also designed the logo of the Central European Short Film Festival. That sounds very interesting. Could you tell us more about your experiences at Binocular Productions and maybe what kind of an impact you're seeking to make?
I'm a founder of this company in 2012, so this company is already 13 years present on the market, and we have been doing very different projects during this time. These documentaries are my actual latest phase. I have been trying to, go to produce a first feature film. But this process of producing a feature film would take you more than 1 year, for sure. And I'm still trying to, get things done. This science fiction project is my capital project for international market. It was taught in an American way for American audience, and that's also like a long-term project that. Will take some time to find its funding and, to be, completely done in reality and manifested. So, this Central European Short Film Festival is a short film festival that I founded here in Zagreb. But we just started with it. We still haven't received any funding from Croatian Audiovisual Center. So we have to move these lines, of understanding to advance. So that's what I was trying to do with this festival, just to move the lines of understanding, that Zagreb is a part of a Central Europe. So that's it, basically. Binocular Production has also done many projects for European Union. 2 big projects for European Union. So we gave 450 Tai Chi workshops to elderly people, because nowadays culture and filmmaking, actually cultural workers in Croatia have somehow transformed. We are not just working in culture and working only on films and in theater. We are also working as a socially engaged organization that is aware of its position within society, and that gives education and service to the civil society and to civilians and to citizens, elderly people, because that elderly people, as they age, they lose the ability to be balanced. They could easily many of them lose balance and fall. And this is what Tai Chi is actually great at. He can teach you not to prevent, to balance and to feel your own legs and feel your own attitude and feel your own balance. And with playing with this, it can solve many problems as well as yoga. These are 2 systems that you Indians very well know what is about, and these 2 systems are really working.
Yes. So before we conclude, is there anything that you'd like to share with our audiences? Maybe a message for film enthusiasts and budding filmmakers?
Yes. What can I say to film enthusiasts? Well, it runs on enthusiasm. I mean, if you live proper, and you will naturally have naturally have inner willingness to express. If you are an artist, and you will have also what separates artists from different kinds of people is vision. Artists have vision. They have different kind of attitude apart from the ordinary citizens. They have a little bit different kind of attitude, a little bit different opinion, and this kind of insights, you have to construct something that is really worth of your passion. So if you do something with passion, so probably that would be a first first sign that you're on the right way. If you have assembled something that you can be passionate about.
So that brings us to the end of today's session. Mr. Armanini, thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights with us and our viewers today. I'm sure we're all eagerly awaiting your next projects, and all the very best for your funding efforts as well. So thank you again for being with us here today. I hope our audiences enjoyed this discussion too. Did you find this session interesting? Let us know in the comments what your favorite parts were. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with the latest in international cinema. See you next time.